Is there revenge in the air in the ice stadium in Bystrica? The home team suffered a pummeling in Karlstad in their previous encounter, 6-1 on that occasion. What would happen this time? Well, we didn't have to wait too long for the answer. 66 seconds, in fact, as their Canadian centre Jordan Hickmott opened the scoring. First shift, first shot, Mitch Wall and Jordan Southern with the assists. Some lovely individual play on the Färjestad equaliser. Sebastian Eriksson corralling the puck with devastating effect. Shot finding its way past Tyler Beskorowany. That's an assist as well. It goes to Per Östlund. Goal time at 25:02. Worth watching this back for a little bit of individual magic from the visitors' player number 50. Now, early in the third period, the home side got their nose in front again. Top scorer Joona Jääskeläinen showing why he's such a potent force with this solo effort. 2:58 after the restart. A bit of a gift to him, but he more than truly made the effort his. Just after Banska Bystrica had a power play, it had been seen off by Färjestad. The Swedes were able to level the score again. Once again, the assist from Per Östlund. This time, the lucky recipient of the pass is Marcus Nilsson. So it's 2-2 now at 51:32. Well, a noisy and passionate crowd they certainly were. And a goal which has a never say die attitude about it. Marek Slovak will get extra marks for tenacity here. Patrick Lamper will get the big G beside his name. 6:22 to go. Could Dan Seaman's team hang on at 3-2? No, there was another response of Färjestad. Though blink and you'll miss this goal. It all happened so quickly. A video replay was required. Per Östlund was the goal scorer this time. Jonathan Bloom and captain Linus Johansson involved in the setup with less than 4 minutes to go. And after the video replay, the referee decides that that goal was a good goal. The home side couldn't score on a power play leading to overtime, so here we are, 3-on-3, and quite a save here from the Bystrica goalie. How that chance didn't go in, only he and Per Östlund would know. Looked like the winner. It wasn't. They thought so too. But the decisive goal came 20 seconds before penalty shots were due. Victor Adsell taking this chance to silence the fans and give the Swedes 2 more valuable points. All happened very late, the only time they're in front. The final score, Banska Bystrica 3, Färjestad Karlstad 4.
Group E is shaping up to be one of the tightest finishes in this year's CHL campaign. The Post-Finans Arena plays host to Bern as Karpat Oulu come to town to try and get themselves a victory. Last time around, Bern got the win, but they didn't get the early goal. This time, they are the ones who take the lead first. The captain, Simon Moser, off the deflection. He gets credit. And another look at it there. The first period just had the 1 goal, and the second period would add another to our tally. Unfortunately, it would not be this time around. The scramble is massive, the scramble is huge, and it's everywhere. Puck is nowhere to be found for long stretches, and finally, we would have ourselves a whistle, and upon further inspection, we'll see just how close that came to an equalizer. Check it out, the back of the line. And look who it is, Andre Heim to the rescue. He saves it on the line from a certain goal. 1-0 still in Bern for Bern. But that lead would not last forever. A scrappy goal on the doorstep, courtesy of Michal Krzysztof. He had himself one in the last meeting between the two. Again, Bern took that victory in overtime. They have been to the extra frame in every single game they've played, and we would have to wait and find out if it would be the same. But Jesse Puljujärvi, he has something to say about it. Unfortunately for him, the ice also has something to say about it. Check it out on the off angle. He's got the wide open cage, and the puck just bobbles away from him. Very, very close stuff. And another breakaway opportunity, but once again, the netminder is up to the challenge. Both netminders were stellar in this game. Schlegel gets himself a big stop here. The 5-hole closed just in time. On to the overtime frame. A very familiar spot for Bern, and they would be down one man for 2 minutes. And oh, the chances they would have to face. And guess who it is once again? Niklas Schlegel. And check out this save. I thought the previous one, the 5-hole breakaway, was pretty darn good. But this one, well, it just blows it out of the water with dynamite. Beautiful stuff. Tied after 65 minutes of play. And you can see the reaction from the coach and the bench. Bern did what they could to stave off the Finnish assault, but they split the games between them. 2-1 the final score as Karpat take 2 points home. Frölunda haven't got off to the flying start that they're used to in the Champions Hockey League, but they are still a team to be reckoned with. The CPP Arena plays host as Mountfield HK take on Frölunda Indians. In the first period of play, we would have ourselves quite a bit of cheering. Max Freiberg got the scoring off to a roaring start, 3:40 into the game. Just a couple minutes later, 7:52 the exact time, our second goal of the game. Ryan Lash, a CHL staple, gets another goal into his storied career. Scrappy rebound goals are a product of hard work, and Lash is one of the hardest workers around this competition. Well, on the other side of the ice, there's some hard work as well, and in this form, it's a hard slap shot from Mislav Rosandic. 10:48 the time of that slapper, but that would not be all the scoring. One more on the board. Julius Bergman, 11:35 the time of that goal. 4 scored so far in the first period, but wait, there's more. There always seems to be more with these two teams playing. A 5th goal in the opening frame. And boy, are we in for a heck of a ride as Radovan Pavlik does it all by himself, 15:41. And that's just a 1-goal difference between the two teams heading to the second period of play. Well, the second period would be, well, we'll put it this way, drastically different than the first. The shots were there, the opportunities as well, but unfortunately, no goals to show for it, at least on this occasion. Check out the saves from Mattsson. 1, 2, and this one just barely is cleared. Could have very easily bounced in off of his skate. Well, the 5-on-3, the power play, but it's the penalty killers doing work, and Mattsson has to bail them out this time. Still in the second period, what an opportunity, but what a save as well. 1-on-1, granted not too many moves that could be put on there, but Mazanec does his job. To the third period we go, where we would find ourselves back in familiar territory. Another goal, Johan Sundström, 43:03 the time of his goal as Roseliosen helps box out the defender in front. A 2-goal lead for the Swedish side, but that would get cut down to 1. Radek Smolenak makes it a 1-goal game. The goalie would be pulled, but it was not enough as heavily favored Frölunda take a squeaky game from the CPP Arena, and Mountfield will have to try another day.
In their current form, HC Pilsen are not a team you want to face. They've scored 16 in the opening 3 CHL games. Rungsted have let in 19. But they gave their home fans some early cheer, scoring on 9 minutes 11. The assist coming from Gustav Green and Shane Hanna. The man who popped the puck into the net, Rasmus Andersson, his first CHL goal at the 6th attempt. The Danes kept Pilsen at bay until 17-19. Mikhail Moravcek getting the game tire. The pass from Peter Koditek. And once again proving face-offs are really crucial. If you win them in good positions, you have a chance to shoot and score, as indeed they just did. Now, Rungsted had a penalty shot which would have given them the chance to go up by 2-1. But unfortunately, Nikolai Rosenthal wasn't able to convert on this one. Milan Gulash is the top scorer for Pilsen, and here is goal number 6 to add to his 4 assists so far. His 19th in 32, by the way, in the CHL. This one assisted by Luboš Rob, which made it 2-1 at the end of the first period to Pilsen. 55 seconds after the restart came Pilsen's third. Wojtek Nemec getting all the plaudits for this one. Surely it sees the game out of reach for the hosts. This was their second power play goal. Putting away to make sure he had the angle for the shot. And a good shot it was too. Well, the Rungsted goalie was busy. He made saves with pretty much whichever part of his anatomy he could. Legs, arms, pads, onto the post, doesn't matter, he saved it. 34-19, the lead extended to 3. Wojtek Budek this time providing the assist as Miroslav Indrak makes it 4-1. That's how it stayed for the rest of that period. To Rungsted's credit, they plugged away trying to get another, and they duly did at 46-10. A nice moment for Shane Hanna to remember. I'm sure he'd like to see the replay of that again, as they brought it back to 4-2. And 2 more chances coming up to show you for the Danes after we've shown you their second goal one more time. Rosenthal again here, coming close to make it 4-3. And Willie Raskob almost pulling one back for the Danes right here. That was as good as it got for the Danes, though. They are still winless in the competition. Pilsen continue to look good, winning by 4-2. The Poyantati Stadium played host to Game 4 in the CHL for HPK, and their opponents today, AV Zug. Zug level with Pilsen on 7 points, Hämeenlinna 3 points adrift, so a win today in regulation would mean a lot. Yannick Zender had a good chance to put the visitors in front early on, but the goalie making the stop. Zug certainly came out of the traps better than the home side did. Simply put, Zug made the most of their power plays when they were offered up. The first opportunity in an opening goal, Sven Sentler, assisted by the captain Rafael Diaz and Lina Marschini at 9:29. Well, 5-on-3 should have provided the home side with a glorious opportunity, but they squandered it. Valtteri Puustinen being guilty of missing out just here. And Jere Inler would love to have this one back again. Not to be. The oohs and ahs of the crowd tell you everything you want to know. Home side outgunned Zug 2-1, but they didn't have the quality, and Janomi pulled off some fine saves like this one from Tavi. Second period, another power play opportunity converted by the visitors. Santeri Alatalo was a thorn in the Hämeenlinna flesh all night. Goodbye with Eric Terrell to give Carl Klingberg the chance to pounce, which he duly did. One-on-one on the power play, you'd hope your top scorer would bury these, but Markus Neninen just couldn't. What an opportunity this was. Not taken. But with seconds remaining in the second period, at last a power play goal with 7 seconds to spare from Jere Inler. As you will see from the replay, it was a deflection off Carl Klingberg's skate. I talked about Leonardo Giannoni's acrobatics. Well, here's a couple of examples for you. Covering that side, getting a save in. We'll get a better example in just a moment of him flopping, but still getting the save done. That's the kind of night that he was having. Now goal 3 to seal the deal for Zug was scored by Lina Marschini. Oscar Lindberg and Eric Terrell involved in this one. Zug, even though they've been outshot, probably had the better quality of play throughout, and 3-1 does not flatter them. Hämeenlinna pulled the goalie early, But you can see 4.5 minutes. They couldn't score in that time. Tommy Ticker, though, coming close. Zug 10 points and a 3-1 win over Hämeenlinna.
Cardiff traveled to Graz on Saturday, probably needing a win to have any realistic chance of qualifying for the CHL knockout stage. In the Mercure Ice Stadion against the 99ers, the Devils got off to a quick start. Gleason Fournier finding the back of the net. 5:40 into the game, past Thomas Hernickel getting the start in place of Christopher Nielstorp for Graz between the pipes. At the other end, Ben Bounds in good form again for Cardiff, this time denying Kalle Johansson from point-blank range. Later on in the first period, a short-handed chance for Graz in numbers, but Johansson stopped again by Bounds. Should he have passed? We'll never know. So it stayed 1-0 for Cardiff into the second, and right at the start of the second period, the seeing eye shot from Bryce Reddick, only 22 seconds in. Reddick beating Hernickel from long range. No deflection. 2-0 for Cardiff. And later in the period, Cardiff on the power play. Puck eventually finding its way to Sean McMonagle, who tucks it home. Sam Jardine getting his second assist of the night on this goal. But it's really McMonagle tucking the puck in. The former Brown University man makes it 3-0, but Graz, a hint of light late in the second. Dwight King, the former Stanley Cup winner, getting his third goal of the campaign. Bounds finally beaten. And Graz narrowing the deficit to 3-1 after 2. Early in the third, King again from the impossible angle, banking the puck in off of Bounds. Second of the night for King. Graz back within 3-2. And the hometown Austrian fans really sensing that Graz was right back into Group H. But power play seconds later, less than a minute later, in fact, Blair Riley getting his second of the CHL season. McMonagle an assist. Riley the tip right there. Hernickel wrong-footed. Cardiff's lead doubled back to 4-2. And watch Sean Bentivoglio racing in left wing, tucking the puck 5-hole under Hernickel. Great night for the Cardiff Devils in the CHL. Bentivoglio, clever little fake and then shot. Beating Hernickel, beating Graz. 5-2 the final score. Cardiff on top of CHL Group H after 4 games played. Grenoble shocked Skellefteå in northern Sweden last Sunday. 6 days later, the French needed to upset the Swedes again following their tough loss on Thursday to Kärpät Oulu. First period, the pressure was on Lukas Horak in the Grenoble net. Joachim Lindström it was coming forward. He had 2 goals in the game against Bern last week. But this time unable to stuff the puck past Horak. Right at the end of the first period, though, Oscar Muller would open Skellefteå's account in the Patinoire Pole Sud. Assist to Philip Berglund. 47 seconds from the end of the period. Muller in the slot past Horak to make it 1-0 for Skellefteå. Berglund the feed. Plenty of space for Muller to pick his spot. On the counterattack, though, Grenoble forward and off the post. The shot taken by Vincent Kara. So close to beating Oscar Östlund in goal for Skellefteå. The Swedes nearly countering through Rikard Hugg, but an unorthodox save from Horak. But it would only stem the floodgates momentarily. All alone in front, Linus Lindström. Muller this time turning provider, and Lindström easily able to light the lamp past Horak. So 2-0 for Skellefteå until the very end of the second period, when suddenly Kara broke forward and gets the puck over the line. This goal went to video review. But as you can see, the puck did come in off the underside of the crossbar on the correct side. Off the twine and in. So 2-1, Grenoble back in the game. But right at the start of the third period, that would change again. Joachim Lindstrom scoring, making it 3-1 Skellefteå, only 19 seconds after the start of the period. Grenoble tried to huff and puff their way back in, but Ursland made the saves when he was called upon to do so. This one easily enough from distance, took a slight deflection, but with the Grenoble goalie pulled, Horak out of his net, the pass came back to the point, the save made, and the net knocked off its moorings. Grenoble still trailing by 2. A draw, one back to Damien Fleury. Goals in each of Grenoble's first 3 games, but not tonight. As off the giveaway, down the ice into the net, Muller getting his 2nd of the night and 3rd of the CHL season. Skellefteå avenging their defeat against Grenoble last week. They move up to 2nd place in Group E with a 4-1 win in the French Alps. Ambry Piotta won its first ever CHL game on Thursday over Färjestad. On Saturday, a 2nd win over Red Bull Munich could really put Group G up for grabs. But Chris Bork, the sharp angle shot on the Red Bull power play in the first period, opening the scoring past Daniel Manzado, allowing that puck to squeak through. 1-0 for the visitors. Ambry Piotta only 3 goals in their first 3 games. This time Fabio Hofer unable to take a difficult pass. Still scoreless Ambry Piotta in the first period, but early in the second on the power play, Matt D'Agostini with an absolute blast past Austenbergen. He's got 2 of Ambry Piotta's goals in this year's CHL. Not much the German Olympic goalie could do about that. 1-1 the score. And then another chance, Dominic Sverger with the pass, but Austenbergen getting across beautifully. Hofer it was again. This time, the great save from the German goalie. And then in the second period, the post coming to Manzado's rescue. Keith Awley cruising through the low slots, so close to restoring Red Bull's lead. 1-1 into the third, though. Red Bull on the power play early on. And the deflection, Patrick Hager so lucky. The unlucky player, Nick Plastino, off of his skate past Manzado. 2-1 for Red Bull. Ambry Piotta, though, plenty of fight in this game. Marco Muller beating Austenbergen. Sverger the feed. This time it works out for Ambry Piotta. Muller, a very tidy finish. 2-2 in La Wallachia. The Swiss fans going crazy. This game packed full of incidents. All sorts of things happening throughout. Right at the end of regulation, chance to win the game for Diego Kostner, but Austenbergen making the save. We would wind up going to overtime. In the overtime period, Philip Gogula breaking forward with a chance to end the game in Red Bull's favor, but Manzado makes the stop. Both teams had their chances in the overtime. 5-on-3 power play right at the end of overtime with Don Jackson expelled from the game. Austenbergen making the save on Plastino, so he went to a shootout and laid on Robert Sabolic, hitting the pipe. After both teams had scored twice through 5 shots, Sabolic missing. That set up Frank Maurer with a chance to tiptoe in on Manzado and beat him up high. 3-2 in the shootout, 3-2 in the game. Red Bull so close to clinching their place in the CHL knockout stage.